Break family, welcome to the NXT UK review. How's every single one of you? Thank you for one more time letting us in your houses, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for every single thing that we do here on this show. Jean Paul, one more time, NXT UK kinda disappoints. The situation with the show is like a little iffy. No sign for Ilya Dragunov. We don't know what's going on with that, so that's a little bit it's confusing. We're actually really thinking what's going on with Ilya Dragunov. We know that Jordan Devlin is going to be part of NXT 2.0. So what's going on, Paul?
Yeah, again, I hate to say it, and I'm going to go into the reasons why I think so, but not a very good showing from my favorite show, and I know yours as well, NXT UK here. The only thing that was really good was a couple backstage segments, a couple of interviews, and the main event again, Trent 7. Really signifying why he turned heel and pretty much what his next moves are going to be. But no, a lot of this, show here was hurt by NXT 2.0 and by the injuries to a lot of guys, the tag team champions, and to Ilya Dragunov. Like I said,
not even a promo by the tag team champions, the new tag team champions.
Yeah, and again, NXT 2.0 has really hurt this brand, and it's just, it hopefully can recover. I think it can. And I think it will, hopefully after they get through these tapings, once these guys are out of here, I think they'll be on track.
Exactly. So family, let's go right away to start the show, Paul. Was the most important thing for me out of all of this, because Blair Davenport, she was injured for around 8 months. They said 5, but because actually she was had to reveal the injury till the tapings came out, till the other episode aired. That's when she was able to say I'm injured, but that injury happened months ago. She's back finally. She goes against Angel HAYZE. I didn't mind the match too much. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker. You could see that Blaine Davenport is getting in the swing of things, getting back into being the wrestler. I don't know if you noticed that in a lot of moves that she combined and botched a little bit. Even towards the end, she wasn't able to hook the leg for the Falcon Arrow. Angel HAYZE, actually, for me, if they give him an opportunity, she will be good. We want to hear her talk. We want to hear maybe more character development. But I was really happy with what I saw. Again, Blair, she's great. We know what she's able to do, and as long as she doesn't die for no reason. But in the end, she's back, and she has a message for everybody, especially Meiko Satomura and the NXT UK Women's Championship.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with everything you said, and to just comment on Angel HAYZE, to get that out of the way is, I agree. If the girl's impressive in every match, she was impressive here. This is one where I maybe would have used another girl who's maybe more of a jobber enhancement talent, somebody who you're not going to push in the future, or at least not for a very long time, because this should have been quick. This match, Angel HAYZE shouldn't have looked so good in this. She shouldn't have had a big comeback and everything. It should have been maybe the start of a comeback. Blair shuts it down, boom, and win. This should have been a 3-minute match, because this is you could say, the uncrowned champion, because I even said it on commentary. She didn't get hurt because she was in control. She had the momentum in that match. She doesn't get hurt. Is she our, women's champion? Ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, as the saying goes. But, so we can't go off that. We got to go off what's reality, and that's Blair Davenport and isn't the champion, but she gets a win here. And she says that she's here to destroy everybody's hope. The promo was a little flat to me after the match. I don't know if she just didn't know what to say. She was just maybe, hey, this is her first match back after a while. Just
that's what I mean,
just absorbing that in. But the promo was just, I'm here to destroy your hope. And that was it pretty much. And it's oh, okay.
He's signaling first a male. But later on, of course, it's going to be against Meiko Satomura, but because Meiko is busy with somebody else. But, I mean, the good thing is she's back. And like you said, hopefully quicker, they goes against number 1 contender and against Meiko Satomura. We'll see what happens, Paul. 2 women's matches. We saw a promo also for Mark Coffey going against also Shah Samuels, Noam Dar, and they confirmed that in 2 weeks we're going to see a Heritage Cup match.
And I'm going to be honest with you. This is all I'm going to say about this, because we're going to comment on Shaw Samuels and his match with Wolfgang in a little bit. But man, those 2 guys I felt were they were kind of up there as the heels. They were funny, but at least they always won. They were legit. I mean, Damon Kemp, he's already gone. They said that on commentary, so he beat them and left. That didn't mean anything. And they just seemed like a joke, and don't be surprised if Noam Dar loses it to Mark Coffey here. This is the one I'm going to call it. This is, you can right here, you can put my name down. I think Mark Coffey's going to win it, because I wouldn't be surprised if Noam Dar gets
Especially
drafted,
we've seen
gets
that match
drafted
already,
to,
and he
and
lost, so he's not gonna lose twice.
we're gonna see him get taken to
NXT 2.0.
2.0. That's what I'm scared of. Hopefully not. We did hear Nigel say something on commentary. He'd love to see Noam Dar go against Ilya Dragunov for the title. Hopefully we see that match before he does leave. But,
exactly.
I mean, don't be surprised if any of that stuff happens. But no, I wasn't a fan of this, and I wasn't a fan, which we're going to talk about the match with Wolfgang and Charles.
Exactly. So, but before we do that, let's talk about another women's match, because again, Emilia McKenzie is still struggling. We see a lot of Emilia. She's just trying to get that killer instinct. That's what Nigel kept saying. Meiko Satomura also has been saying that about Emilia. You see that she's trying to be more powerful. She's trying to hit with more strength, with more confidence in herself. She's against FALLON HENLEY. She's hot. That's
what do you think? What do you think of Mickie James 2.0?
Yes, yeah. When she came out, I thought it was a hardcore country. Yeah, you're right, absolutely right. But at least Mickie could wrestle. That's the thing.
This is the only thing I'll say about her, though. She's not bad, though. I mean, she's not. Yes. She again, not a Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, obviously, but she's not awful. She's definitely better than some of these other women I've seen on NXT 2.0. And this match wasn't bad. Emilia was good. Kind of even in the beginning. Then you see Emilia, what should I do? Should I do it? You see her, big spear to the injured knee. You see, is that the killer instinct? Is that going to do it? Eventually, she picks her up. Fallon Henley falls through, gets a roll up. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win. You knew that was going to happen. This is the only one I'm fine with because it ties into Emilia's heel turn.
Yes.
Otherwise I would be like, why are you squashing a talent that's established here on this brand that you're trying to promote and try to get wins? But this at least plays into the storyline and the booking of her. So, I mean, this was all right, but the only thing that sucks is, what did you just say? This is the second women's match in a show that's only an hour long. We're not seeing the champion. We're not seeing, anybody. We're not, and this is nothing against the women, but that really hurts your show because Blair Davenport's been off TV for a while. So people may be forgotten or don't care. None of these matches featured your women's champion. So 2 women's matches, no champions, no nothing. That really kind of hurt the show, I feel, the first half of this thing.
Unless you really love the brand like we do.
Yeah, but even so. Yeah, but even so. Even as much as we like it, it's like...
even we actually feel like, this is a little flat going down. So, like you said, let's talk about Josh Samuels going against Wolfgang. We've seen this match before. And here, Shad tried as much as he could. He got the help of also Noam Dar. He did the spine buster. He was about to win it, bad. The spear from Wolfgang. He's been losing a lot of matches, so he needed this at least to get some momentum. That's, to me, this is just the only reason why they did this. Momentum gainer. That was all it was. I mean, the match was decent, but again, Wolfgang gets the win while they're still separated from Gallus. So I don't know what you felt about it, but you already said your thoughts.
Yeah, about it was, like I said, it was. I have no problem with any of these guys or anything. It's just, and Shaw Samuels is always the fall guy. He's always the clown, the joker who's going to get beat up. As long as Noam Dar wins, that's the thing that's important here. And maybe he will. Maybe this was a thing. Wolfgang won this, but then the heels are going to win in the end. So I don't know. It's tough to say. We got to see. Maybe Joe Coffey comes back and screws his brother out of the match, and then they have a feud or something. We don't know. Who knows?
That would be good. That's a good idea.
I mean, we got to wait and see, how this plays out. But I mean, this was, again, nobody really cares about these guys at this point because none of them are really that hot. Noam Dar and Shaw Samuels cooled down. Gallus just kind of split up, so they're not really that hot right now. Again, what's on this show that's really exciting me so far? Nothing
and
too
then,
much.
like you said, it's everything is just flat going down. Nothing really picks up. For example, in between these matches, if you give me a promo by the champion, a promo by somebody that is new that is coming, like Di Familia, we saw a promo they're trying to get. Also, they're trying to get the partner of Amir Aston.
I think they were going after Amir Jordan. I believe Ashton Smith is the one who's hurt. This was Amir Jordan. If I have the names mixed up, excuse me. But he was sitting there, and they're just like, you're alone. It's bullshit. Why don't you join with us and everything? And see, that's all right, because if we see Jordan versus Dempsey or something, Jordan versus Tio Man Raja, any of those. That would be a legit match.
Yes,
Or excuse me,
exactly.
I think it's an Amir Jordan. I'm talking about a
Oliver
different
Carter.
promo. Oliver Carter. Thank
Oliver
you,
Carter.
thank you,
We
thank
both
you.
remember, so there you
Yeah.
go. We got it straight for every
But
single one of
speaking
you.
of, but
Sorry.
speaking of Amir Jordan, we're gonna talk. We saw a promo with him too, with him because we saw Tiger Turan. He was in the office. Kenny Williams comes in, and to me, this buried the lead. I mean, obviously, we all knew who it was. That was like Terry Funk wearing the mask. Oh, who's Chainsaw Charlie? We know it's Terry Funk. We all know who it is. We all know Tiger Turan. You know who he is. And but they just buried it. Kenny Williams comes in. He's like, no, that's Amir Jordan. And to me, I was like, you just gave it away.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Why do I need to watch this match? So when he takes his mask off, commentary can go, oh my God, it's Amir Jordan. Like,
He
yeah,
already said it.
yeah.
He already said it. That was the worst decision. And I don't know what is going on with like the people that are writing the show.
Unless it isn't. Unless
he
he takes the mask off and it isn't. But then what's the point? What is this whole thing then?
I mean, what they could do is he takes the mask with somebody else, right? But behind, in the back, you see Amir Jordan. You see wasn't it? Kind of like they play it around. They play it out like to make him believe that it's not.
It's so stupid though. It don't matter. They just ruined it. It's just.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. No, they had a good thing. This should have been. This could easily main event. Like NXT UK, like the next show maybe. But the way that they did it, like you said, they completely destroyed it. We're gonna see this match next week. Also, we're gonna see tag team actions. This is okay because all of these women at least have something to offer as of right now. ELIZA Alexander, Zaya Brooks are their partners now. They're trying to get that heel heat, and Meiko Satomura is preferring Saray over Emilia McKenzie. So right away you can see Emilia is like feeling left out. It's like, oh, okay, what's going on? This girl comes and she doesn't prefer me anymore. I'm not the perfect child. I'm not the chosen one. So like this is good, and I'm hoping that the heels get the win here, just so they get momentum, and maybe we can see Zaya Brooks against Meiko one more time for the title. Something something that gives me more excitement than the past few weeks of NXT UK.
Yeah, to definitely do something and maybe even play up the fact that Amelia McKenzie, maybe she tries to help the baby faces out and somehow, the baby faces lose, and then that causes heat between her and Meiko, and then maybe she joins Zaya Brookside and ELIZA. I mean, you have a lot really to play with in here, so this is good. And, it does something for Saray. Because like we said, she was on life support. I mean, if she was even on that, because her career, okay, like we said, broken record here, don't want to keep saying it, but Asuka, Io, Kairi, okay, they're legit. Saray, here we go, number 4. And no, not really, but hopefully here with Meiko and here her run on NXT UK can be something that's worth watching.
No, exactly. That this is like to me like what I've been thinking, and I feel that hopefully this turns out to be actually better. Like we have a heel turn on the making. We know that like a good heel turn can give you like months of good TV. So like there you go. Let's talk about Trent 7 one more time addressing the NXT UK universe, because this is the main event, and this is flat because it's a good promo, but it's flat because it's not a match. So I want to listen to Trent 7, but not as the main event. He said a lot of good things. When I did this is the best low blow of all time. Mustache Minded was pro wrestling or British pro wrestling. We were the strong style, and Tyler Bate just got soft, and that's why like he didn't want to be like that like me anymore. We wanted to win everything at all cost. But now I'm Mustache Mountain. Trent 7 like handling the crowd pretty well for the most part. Not a complete heel hurry, but for at least 50%, 60%, he did a good job on the promo. And we get to see this fan interaction right here. This is just another wrestler, so don't think that like
obviously, yes.
I just for the people that thought that it was somebody else, is a wrestler. So but like they got interaction with Trent 7, he beat him and all of that, and that's how the show goes off the air. Trent 7 saying, hey, he's the one that started it, so I'm not going to do anything about it. But what do you think about this Trent 7? Finally heel, finally blaming Tyler Bate for everything that Mustache Mountain. I think like it was a decent job. He passes for me. It wasn't great, but at least he passes for me.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the promo. The only thing I'm just like, you had him just do the babyface promo, and then he just did the heel promo. I mean, it feels like too close because there was nothing like, it wasn't like we didn't see him for a couple weeks or anything. But I mean, it was still good. I really enjoyed it how he's, said like, oh, the British wrestling, they needed us. Like they needed Mustache Mountain. We saved them. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't exist. He was just so full of himself. So he had such an ego. And You know, everything was good. But like you said, the fans, they were booing him, but they were booing him because he's a heel and that's what they were supposed to do. And WWE, or whoever was booking this, they wanted to give the fans a actual reason to hate him. So they're like,
Yes.
let's have him attack one of the fans. That was the way to, like, because people probably agreed with you. Like they said, this didn't feel full heel, even this promo, because you're like, whatever, he's still cool. We still like this guy as a wrestler. Well, how do you get to hate him? He beats up a fan, but again, it was done in such a fake way. It was drawn out way too long. It should have been, he starts beating this guy. Security should have been on him immediately, and it should have been like one punch or something, knock this guy out. Not a big fight, whatever. You should sell Trent 7 strong. And it went too long, and of course, commentary, they know it's so fake, so they sell it like shit. They don't sell it believable at all. And, it just doesn't feel good, and it sucks because now to me, anyway, Trent 7 had 2 segments, this and the heel turn, that commentary sold like shit, and that's all I think in my mind is just them going like, oh my god, like, yes, I can't believe this. It's like, that doesn't seem believable.
It doesn't seem right. So that's how the show closed off the air. We're hoping that NXT UK goes back to like give us like more seriousness. The way that the booking is being done needs to improve. We need to hear from Ilya Dragunov. Our call is this is the 3rd week that we need to see what's next for Ilya Dragunov. Maybe they don't have anything, and that's pretty much they're being blatantly honest with us. Hey, we don't have anything, so give us a few weeks so at least we can use something that we do have, at least Trend 7. And until we have something for Ilya, then we will start bringing Ilya again. But like I said, this is just a little confusing and a little annoying. It's starting to be frustrating because this is, like you said,
the only thing I thought they were setting up Von Wagner. I thought, okay, Von Wagner's gonna have his match against Dragunov. He's gonna come close because they like the guy, but Ilya's gonna retain. But that just doesn't seem to happen. So I don't know what's going on.
We'll see what happens. So family, thank you so very much for being with us. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and see us for Money in the Bank. We're going to be talking about the winners, everything that's going on in this pay-per-view. So Jean-Paul, where can they find us?
Make sure you follow us, Rope Break, on Facebook, the OG Rope Break on Twitter, Original Rope Break on Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, and of course right here on YouTube, the home of the #1 podcast in the YouTube wrestling community, the Original Rope Break.
And you and me have one more thing that is left to say, and that is...